Okay, real quick one here. It's gonna be that long. I've been talking about some things, and I need to let people know where I get some of my information. I've been I'm a lifelong learner, so I'd say more recently, in the past 15 years, certain scientists, certain historians, African American, Caucasian, European, have influenced my thinking. In the past, in the past there was John Henrik Clarke, Cheikh Anta Diop, and to a large extent, Ivan Van Sertima, Bobby Hemmitt, Uriel Makaba, more recently. Terence McKenna and Graham Hancock. And I can't remember the gentleman's name. He's been on Joe Rogan with Graham quite 2 times. He studies the climate changes and the different catastrophic events that have occurred. Few of the more recent books. This is the first Americans were Africans. It's revised by David Hotep, PhD. That's one book. It talks about phenotypes. It talks about Christopher Columbus. I can't remember which one of these books, but it actually has like documents from Christopher Columbus and others, that Amerigo Vespucci, other people, different people that came to this country early on. Truth be told, there were millions of people that have been to this country. This country is way older than what people think. They document what they saw when they came here. They saw black folk here, man. Come on. Not only there, Europe. This is The Life and Voyages of Christopher Columbus by Washington Irving. This is about Christopher Columbus, his voyage, and really what was really going on. Another one. These are just a few books. We Are Not Just Africans. This guy's pretty good, man. Clyde Winters, he talks about the phenotypes, how we look like, that sort of thing, differently. Africans relate compared to Americans, blacks in America. And one thing he says in here is, he says that Afro-Americans don't understand that we're more than just people that came from Africa. Yeah, there was people that came from Africa, but more than 90% of the people, the blacks that were here, were already here. Most of our people were already here in this country. So when I say those things, I've got research to back it up. And more recently, Graham Hancock, America Before, The Key to Earth's Lost Civilization. Yep, that's what they call this. If you really do your research, man, you'll find out this civilization here, and you're gonna hear it from me, is older than what they tell you. It's older than what happened in even Israel and Egypt. Do some research, homie. The stuff that our grandparents told us is true. And we thought that, like when Dad said we were Blackfoot, I thought he was just making it up because in school they didn't teach us about Blackfoot. I thought he was just, oh man, he's drinking. He just, Seminole on my mother's side, some Caucasian as well. I mean, so I'm only doing this to point out the fact that I don't just make shit up. Okay, there's more stuff. I'm always looking. So I just wanted to share that with you, but really the main thing I want to do tonight is talk about what I think everyone should be doing during this time. This is February 4th, 2021, and there's a lot going on. And it's very important for people to, and I'll get some documentation on where I get my spiritual thoughts from. But right now I'm just going to say it's important for people to learn to meditate. And it doesn't have to be some, people make it sound so complex, and so because they're trying to make money off it. Listen, it's your birthright. Get somewhere every day for 15 minutes. Be quiet starting off with. And believe me, you will be led to what to do next. You have respect for your forefathers that went on before you. Well, energy never changes. There's no such thing as death. They're all around us. Tap into that source. When you're praying, talk to your grandma if she's not here, your pops, whatever, and tell them what you need. Things will start happening. I'm going to make a tape about how that, when I started doing those things in my life, I'm going to be literal. I'm going to write things down so that I can be specific about things that happened to me and where I am today. Where I am today. So, take some time. Start being quiet. Get somewhere and be quiet. Right now, when it's all crazy and you don't have the answers, stop looking outside. Look inside. When you hear people say those things, there's a reason for saying that. And I'm going to be looking at I've just started making these tapes, and I'm going to look at them and try to fill in gaps of things. So bear with me, and as I'm on this journey, I'll be solidifying the things that I say. I'll solidify where I get this confirmed and bring documentation like books, different researchers, and on the spiritual end, documentation, history of spirituality, metaphysics, quantum physics. Nah, I'm not, and not to be like I'm some scientist or something, but you need to know a little bit of everything. We need to know a little bit of everything to understand what's going on. Everything's God's. God is everything. So why not physics? It's all God. Those things help explain the reality instead of leaning on this matrix. And there's one thing I do want to say right now in closing, before I close. And if you go inside and think, get by yourself, you'll realize this is happening. You see how they're destroying history, books, and things of that nature? People are worried, they're going to change history. They always change history. History has always been hidden. What you learn in school is not true history. And that's by design. One of the first things these people do is destroy the grandmothers who hand down the knowledge. There's going to be no books someday. No books. We don't need them. We never really did. That's part of the problem. The truth is the truth. Like I said, when our grandparents told us history, they didn't use a book. They just told you the history they knew. And come find out it's true. That rhymes, doesn't it? So it's not all bad what's about to happen. Let them go ahead and get rid of the books. Because the knowledge is there. Somebody knows the knowledge. And we're going to start handing it back down. The way, old-fashioned way. Knowledge about history. Knowledge about science and medicines. Look, you talk to people nowadays, they don't even know about natural cures. I'll show you something right now. They were talking about hydroxychloroquine and how dangerous it is for you. I got a video that I can send anybody that wants it. I just found out today about this video that gives the history of this. I've been using this for 3 or 4 years off and on. This is called MMS. And it's what it was before hydroxychloroquine. Cures malaria, cancer, all kinds of shit. Comes from the earth, man. Okay? It comes from the earth. What else? Did you know turpentine? I had that as a medicine. Our grandparents, ancestors taught us these things. But you know what happened is, when you disrespect the Mother Earth, you lose your way. When you don't know history, your true history, somebody can tell you anything. Tell you that, forget about what these old folk tell you. The science says, that's what they do. The science says, the science has been proven, it's final. Well, right there, there's a problem because science is a theory. And theories can change. Right? Isn't that what happens with science? Theories change. So start meditating. Start calling on God, our Creator. And do it through your ancestors and see if that doesn't happen. I was down in Brazil with my nephew. We went to a candomblé service, if that's what you want to call it. What's candomblé? The same thing they call voodoo. Santeria. And we're told in the church and by the larger societies, this is all evil. No, it's not. It's a part of using the cosmos, using the earth, using everything that is, and being a part of everything that is, and respecting the earth, the changes of the season, and how to plant your food. I mean, it's just so much more than that. It's more than the spiritual aspect. And you can use these things for good or evil. You can take the combination there and you can use it as a poison to kill someone. We got to get back to the old ways. There's nothing wrong with modernity, but don't lose your way. Don't disrespect the mother. So until next time, peace and love.